We go to bet.us. We use promo code ManHour. We matched ourselves $100 bet, y'all. And we determine whether the AFC East teams are going to be over or under their win totals for the 2025 NFL season. So let's go ahead and start off with at the top. The Buffalo Bills in alphabetical order, right? We're starting at alphabetical order, but the Buffalo Bills. Last year, they finished 13-4. They were first in the AFC East. They lost in the AFC championship game to the Kansas City Chiefs. They did not lose a lot of players this offseason. They did not bring in a lot of players either, right? They have a lot of contracts locked up. They didn't have too many holes to fill, so they didn't make too many moves. But guys, as of right now, the Buffalo Bills are set to win 11.5. The betting line for the Buffalo Bills in 2025 is 11.5 wins in 2025. So guys, over under 11.5 wins for the Buffalo Bills in 2025. When you look at their schedule, right, obviously they will play the Miami Dolphins, New England Patriots, and the New York Jets twice, right? But when we look at their home opponents, they play the Baltimore Ravens, the Bengals, the Saints, the Buccaneers, Chiefs, and the Eagles. That is tough. At least they're at home, but that is tough. But then on the road, they play the Steelers, Falcons, Panthers, Browns, and Texans. Guys, can the Buffalo Bills get any more of a favorable schedule? Let's just be flat out honest. All of their big games, the Chiefs, the Eagles, the Buccaneers, and the Ravens, they're all home games. The hardest road game that they potentially have outside of the division is the Houston Texans. And yes, the Houston Texans did wax that ass last season, but the Buffalo Bills are probably going to come back for revenge. I think they sweep the Jets. I think they sweep the Patriots. I think they split with the Miami Dolphins. Right there off the top, that is 5 wins. So we're looking at about 5 more wins to get the over of 11.5 wins. Do they beat the Baltimore Ravens at home? That is a yes. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills own Lamar Jackson. Yes, I understand Lamar Jackson is a great regular season quarterback, but give me the Buffalo Bills. The Bengals, a true wild card, right? Their defense is going to be terrible. It's going to probably be an offensive shootout, and I think the Bengals have a little bit more offensive firepower. I think they lose that game. I think they beat the Saints. I think they lose to the Buccaneers. They beat the Chiefs, and they beat the Eagles. Right there, we're sitting at 11 wins. 11 wins, right? And then we got an easy-ass road schedule. Falcons, that is a win. Panthers, that is a win. Browns, that is a win. Steelers, that is a win. Texans, that is a win. Guys, it would not shock me one bit if the Buffalo Bills are 15-2 this season. It would not shock me one bit if they're a 14-15, hell, maybe even a 16-wins team in 2025. I am 100% picking the over on the Buffalo Bills, 11.5 wins. Now, obviously, it's going to change once we see the schedule comes out, right? They are going to have that Thursday night trap game. It could be on the road. They're playing potentially the Atlanta Falcons or the Browns or the Panthers on that Thursday night game on the road. Could be that trap game. But listen, 13 wins is not a reach. 14 wins is not a reach. Hell, 15 wins is not a reach. If you are not picking the over on the Buffalo Bills, you are a betting fuel, right? But what do you guys think? Over under 11.5 wins for the Buffalo Bills in 2025. TB Fanatic says under 11.5 wins. TB Fanatic thinks that the probably going to get swept by the Patriots, get swept by the Jets, and swept by the Giants. That would be tough, baby. That would be tough, right? Old Man River says the Bills will be over 11.55 wins. Old Man River, I think we're on something here, baby. I think we are on something. Hoffy says the Bills under 12. So Hoffy, if you think they're getting 12 wins, that would be over because 11.5 is the betting line, right? So if you get 12, you are over. If you get 11, you are under. So clarify that, Hoffy. Where are you going? Old Man River says the big ticket games are at home. Yeah, and I wish Alpha Rob was here because he's the biggest Buffalo Bills fan that I know. But guys, correct me if I'm wrong. This is the last season of Orchard Park, right? because I saw that the final steel beam went into the new stadium last week, but that stadium shouldn't be ready to be played this season, right? So correct me if I'm wrong, but if it's the last year of Orchard Park, right, and you got the Ravens, Bengals, Chiefs, Eagles, Saints, and Buccaneers all in that game, it would not shock me one bit if they tried to make that Kansas City Chiefs game and Buffalo Bills game like a nice Sunday night, Monday night, last game of the season. Granted, we know we played divisional games the last game, but let's say week 16, go out, put Orchard Park on top, make that place loud. Chiefs, Bills. That would be nice. That would be nice. Real McCoy says the Bills are a tough team. 12 wins at least. Listen, the only question mark about the Buffalo Bills is their bend, don't break defense, right? The only question is, was it going to be Von Miller? Von Miller's gone, right? Are they going to be able to, compete with teams like the Ravens and the Bengals and the Buccaneers and the Chiefs? We showed that last year with that bend, don't break defense, right? They play the 4-2-5 instead of the 4-3. They will be just fine. And I am great. Charlie says, I just got back. I'm eating and doing laundry. Look at my man being all adult-like. Eating and doing laundry, multitasking. My man. Hafi says, I meant under. Last year's total was 13. So Hafi's saying they're going to be under 11.5 wins. Damn, Hafi. Old Member says, imagine what those ticket prices will be for those games. Oh, I couldn't imagine. Especially if it's the last game at Orchard Park, which I'm not 100% sure, but I want to feel like this is the last year there, right? Because they are building the new stadium. They put in the last piece of steel. My gut tells me it won't be ready by August, but you never know. But either way, whether it's closing of the old stadium or opening of the new stadium, Ravens, Chiefs, Eagles games, $1,000 easy. $1,500 easy. Easy. Charlie says the Chiefs cheat on every Super Bowl. They have never once deflated balls, spied on cameras, or doing anything, Charlie. So, yeah, talking out your butt. Move